Hi, if you do not know me, my name is Kareen, and I am a high school senior. That's the purpose of this channel, is to document my college application process and my senior year. This earbud will give this video much better audio quality than the visual quality, so sorry about that. There is nothing that I can do. So today's topic is essentially how the coronavirus is impacting how class of 2020 will choose where they go to college. And this isn't something I was going to talk about, but seeing as how my brother's school, his college just got canceled, essentially. Everything's moving online. Students have to move out of their dorms by this Friday. It's literally insane. And seeing as his school has a large number of international students, I cannot imagine how they are feeling right now, along with just everyone else who now will not be returning to their college after spring break and will have to find an alternate place to live, especially students who may not have stable homes that they can go back to. But they are the reason that I am talking about a related but different subject in how my class will choose where they go to college. So across the nation, this was happening before schools started actually canceling their in-person meetings. Colleges across the nation have been canceling their admitted student day or admitted student days, because some colleges have multiple, or some colleges' events are multiple days in themselves. But what this means is essentially students aren't going to get a chance to visit their colleges before they decide. Now, if you aren't familiar with the college application process, you might not know that a lot of these student admitted days provide things like lodging, or expect or invite you to stay with current students, and food. And so this means that it's much more reasonable for students to go and visit these colleges during this time, as well as it also means that they have been accepted. So a lot of students, you'll very rarely see non-wealthy students visiting hard to get into colleges before they actually are admitted, because frankly it can just be a waste of money, and it can be very expensive because you'll have to stay in a hotel. But these admitted student events basically oftentimes offer students the opportunity to pay $300 for a flight and then have their lodging and food taken care of, and it really is truly a substantial investment into their future to help them figure out where they are going to spend the next 4 years of their life. These events are so important to figuring out where students want to go, because it allows them to know whether or not the community is right for them, whether or not they feel at home, and whether or not they'd be comfortable living there for 4 years. And it's just a good way to check the fit of a school with yourself. Now, due to these events being canceled, a lot of students are not going to be able to visit their schools, which is a huge deal, because like I said, it's incredibly important. So a lot of us, I think, are going to end up relying on things like videos, YouTube videos, calling around, trying and figuring out people that we know that we can ask all our questions to. But I just personally would not be comfortable deciding to go to a school for 4 years that I had not visited and made sure that it was a good fit for me. Especially for me, my top choice school, which is Reed, I already visited as a part of the multicultural fly-in, and their admitted student day has not been canceled as of yet. I'd be very surprised if it isn't. I'd be excited, but also a little weirded out, seeing as how many of these days have been canceled. Obviously, there have been some major schools that have not canceled theirs yet, or are not planning to. So I think that will be interesting to see in the next upcoming weeks. And in addition, a lot of us do not know where we are going for school yet. So the way that college decisions work is that all of our decisions are out by April 1st. Some of them actually come out on April 1st, which is why I release a major decision on April Fool's Day, I don't know. And then we have to decide by May 1st. So a lot of us are hoping that colleges will extend the deadline for when we have to confirm our enrollment past May 1st, maybe to June 1st, or a slightly later date, so that we do have the chance to visit colleges if the virus slows down. However, the chances of the virus slowing down are not that great, and we don't know whether or not, and it's really unlikely that this date is going to be pushed back, because if that date is pushed back, then there also is a chance that in the fall that date might be pushed back as well. Another problem that colleges across the nation do not know is how international students what international students are going to do, essentially, because a lot of the offices and things for students securing visas and stuff like that are just simply not available, and so students cannot get the materials that they'll need for becoming a student in the fall, and students do not know if they'll be able to become a student in the fall. So colleges are trying to figure out international students, while us domestic students are trying to figure out colleges, because, you know, if you get into college, you want to go visit it, you want to get to know as much as you can before making a major life decision, and this is something that in the modern history of college applications has never happened before. This is a completely unprecedented situation, and no one really knows what's going to happen. We don't know if everything will be canceled. We don't even know if we'll be starting school at a regular time in the fall. Hopefully we will be. Hopefully international students will be able to join us on our campuses, but we do not know. Nobody knows, and it's really just kind of a crazy situation overall. But yeah, essentially, to recap, admitted students' days are being canceled. Students are not going to be able to visit the colleges before they decide on them, which is really problematic. And nobody knows what's going to happen. So on that lovely end, thank you and goodbye.